Hello, I'm Miss Mercer, Decatur Township District Reading Specialist, and I'm here today to teach your Lesson 20, Day 2 Sunday lesson for today. In the following slides, you're going to have your child read each sound out loud. Doing this rapidly, of course, is the goal. They should be going more quickly each day. Make sure you prompt them for the short and the long sounds of the vowels when they see them. I'm going to go through here quickly. You may pause the video at any time if you need more time to write anything down. If they make an error, you would say, let's trace. You would have them look at the letter card and say, this is the letter O, which says ah, as in octopus. You make sure they're looking at the keyword slide and then the letter when they trace. And so they're going to look at the letter and they're going to go, ah, ah. And the more textured you want, not a completely smooth surface, but just use what you have. All right, we're going to go through this quickly. Prompt for the short and the long. Go back to the Y. Sometimes this letter makes a sound when it is at the end of a short word. We taught this a few days back, so see if you can remember that. Short and a long sound. Okay, so now we're on to the spell sound section of the lesson. So you'll write, I will say a sound, and you'll write the letter that makes that sound in the spell sound section of your paper right here. If you see an error, you want them to kind of prompt their correction, okay? So you would say, I see t, I wanted ch. Can you tell me what letters make the ch sound? And hopefully they'd say CH. If you don't have CH for ch, cross it out and write CH for ch. Then everybody write it 2 more times for extra practice. Okay, so if they make an error, you want them to practice what they made an error on. Okay, first sound, tra. Tra. You'll repeat after me, and then you will write the sound, the letters that make that sound. Sp. Y. E. Pl. I. Ch. Okay, pause if you need any more time to do any of those. Now we're moving on to the read words section of the lesson. I want you to take your finger and pause the video, but after I talk about this, take your finger underneath, sound it out, and then say it as a whole word when you are finished. If the student makes an error, if they read the word incorrectly, have them trace while sounding out correctly 3 times while they look at the word that they missed. So say they missed sly. You would have them go sly, 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 if they made an error on that word. Pause the video, take your finger under each word, and read all of the words on this page. All right, so just a reminder of touch spelling. If you're right-handed, you will use your pinky to touch spell to start your touch spelling. And if you are left-handed, you'll start with your thumb, following the left to right sequence of how we read words in our language. I'm going to dictate some words to you. You're going to repeat the word, touch spell the word while saying each sound out loud, and then writing the word. Okay? At the end, you're going to read all those words back to me. You'll be writing those in this section of your Sunday notebook. Okay? All right. First word, chop. And you might need to pause the video after each word. So, remember to repeat, then touch spell, then write. Who. Now this is a sight word, so you're going to need to just say the letters. Crick. Way. Rich. Shell. Fly. Chick. He. What. This is a sight word. Free. Creep. Such. Shock. And shy. Okay. Take a moment to finish all those words up. Now we're going to check your words. If you made an error, cross it out. Don't erase. And write it 3 times correctly while looking at the correct version of the word. Chop. So. Who. And pause the video if you made an error and do the correction. Crick. Way. Rich. Shell. Fly. Chick. He. What. This is a sight word, a red word. Free. Creep. Such. Shock. Shy. After you've checked all your words, then read the words that you have just written out loud to someone at home. All right, now we're on the spelled words, phrases, and sentences section. Listen carefully. I'm going to give you a sentence or a phrase. You're going to tap one word per, or one finger per word for your sentence. So the rat sat, the rat sat. I will say the sentence, you will repeat, then you will tap out the sentence, and then you will write it. You will need to pause the video to give yourself enough time to write these sentences. The first sentence, which should be written right here in 4 spelled words, phrases, and sentences, he was at the crash. He was at the crash. So repeat and tap, and then write. Next sentence, who has a green dress? Repeat, tap, then write. When you're finished, use the CAPS acronym to check your sentences. Do you have the correct capitalization? Is it accurate? Do you have the right number of words in your sentence? Do you have the right punctuation? And is your spelling correct? Take a moment to check over your work. Okay. Now we're going to check our sentences. Check if you made an error, cross it out, don't erase. Are these the words that you have in your sentences? Is this the punctuation that you have? Do you have everything capitalized that needs to be capitalized? If you made an error, cross it out, don't erase, and then write whatever correctly above or below the item. Now I want you to take a moment to read these sentences out loud to someone at home. Okay, now we're to the new learning section, the intro new. Here we are. So today we are learning sound card 33, A-L-L, A-L-L, all. Can you guys say all with me? All. A-L-L, all. Okay, now I want you to take your 2 fingers and I want you to look at the card while tracing all. All, 3 times. All. Okay. Now, the key word for all is ball. Can you say ball? Okay. Now I want you to write A-L-L 3 times in this intro new material section on the small lines. Can you write A-L-L all 3 times right there on those short lines? Okay, now we're going to take a moment to practice reading words that have A-L-L all in them. Pause the video if you need time. Put your finger underneath each word, saying each sound, and then say the word as a whole word afterwards. If the student makes an error whenever they read words, you will have them trace and do the word 3 times. Okay. Okay, now we're going to practice spelling words that have the A-L-L all pattern. Okay. First, listen, and you'll just tap one finger because you'll know when you hear all that is made up of 3 letters. Okay. I will say the word, you'll repeat the word, and then you will write the word. Ball, and you'll finger spell it. Ball. Tall. Repeat, touch spell, then write. Wall. fall, call, haul, small. Okay, now let's check and see if you wrote these words correctly. This is what you should have written. If you made an error, cross it out and write it correctly 3 times. Now I want you to read this list to someone at home. You'll need to pause the video while you read it. All right, now we're to the read aloud section. Let me move this over here of our lesson. It's taking a minute. Okay, so one of the tricky words in here I just want to kind of preview with you is this anyway. That might be something that you have a little bit of trouble with. Most of these follow the AY, which we've already learned, so you should be able to read pretty well. Okay, so you're gonna have to read through each page. You'll have to pause to give yourself enough time. I will click through the pages of the book, Ray and the Blue Jay. Don't forget to read the section up here. And that's the end of our Sunday Level 20 Day 2 lesson. Thank you and have a great day.